Good morning, Middle Georgia. Today is Wednesday, October 26th. Thanks for watching 41 NBC News at Daybreak. I'm Ariel Schiller. Chase Ambrose has the morning off. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is investigating a death of a Monroe County inmate. The sheriff's office says a deputy discovered 57-year-old Charles Jeffries just after 5:30 prior to shift change. Deputies and a jail nurse provided immediate medical attention until EMS arrived. He was pronounced dead around 6:30. The sheriff's office asked the GBI to investigate. Centerville police are investigating after a woman's body was found in the backyard of a home on the 100 block of Jeanette Place Monday. According to Houston County Coroner James Williams, Centerville Police Department responded to a welfare check on an elderly woman when they discovered her body in the backyard. Williams says the body appeared to have been there for several months. However, the identification of the woman is still unknown. The coroner believes there was no foul play.
We cannot positively identify the body. We do suspect, we know who the person is, but just, that's one of the steps we go through the crime lab on, determine positive identification.
Williams says the body has been sent to the GBI crime lab for positive identification and cause of death. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing woman. They say 42-year-old Jamie Hollings has not been heard from since June. Hollings was known to be in the downtown Macon area and is homeless. She's around 5'4" and weighs about 145 pounds. The Sheriff's Office says there is no signs of foul play or of Hollings being in danger. If you have seen Hollings or know where she is, call the Bibb County Sheriff's Office at 478-751-7500. Happening tonight, GDOT is reminding people a portion of Macon's Riverside Drive will be closed overnight. Riverside will be closed from Spring Street to Martin Luther King Boulevard. The closure is due to crews setting bridge beams over the road. That portion of the road will be closed from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow. If you need to travel through the area during that time, you'll be detoured to Walnut Street. The Salvation Army Safe House held a special ceremony in Warner Robins last night. A candlelight vigil was held to honor the victims of domestic violence and to remember those who've lost their lives due to domestic violence. Captain Bruce Williams with the Salvation Army Safe House wants anyone who is or knows someone who's experiencing domestic violence to know they have a safe place to go.
Domestic violence is a very big issue, not only nationally, but in our local community as well. And that is the reason why we have the Salvation Army Safe House.
You can call the Salvation Army line at 800-799-7223 for help. We're 2 weeks away from election night, and the push to get people out to the polls is increasing. 41 NBC's Elizabeth Gutierrez tells us how one organization is reaching Latino voters.
Going door to door in hopes of motivating Latinos to get out and vote is this organization's mission. Georgia Latino Alliance for Human Rights, or GLARE Action Network, is hoping to be a resource for Latinos.
If there's more of us voting, then we have a bigger voice. If there's less of us voting, then we really don't have any say-so. So it's good to go out there and remind them about it.
This is Christina Martinez Morin's first time volunteering with the organization. It's a time where she can educate her community.
Your right to vote and how you register and all the election days as well.
Morin says her goal is to get more people that look like her to the polls. I spoke with political science professor for Mercer University, Dr. Chris Grant, about the Latino voter turnout in previous years.
The Latino proportion in the electorate is significantly lower than the Latino population in Georgia in its proportion. We look today at maybe as many as 10% of Georgia's population is Latino.
Dr. Grant predicts the Latino voter outcome this year will increase along with all other groups. But there are several factors contributing to why Latinos are heading to the polls.
More acceptant feeling toward government intervention in economic affairs and a slightly more socially liberal stance.
For Sara Rodriguez, getting the Latinos out to vote is important in helping make a difference.
Just to make them feel that we are important, just like everybody else. and that's the main reason we are doing this.
According to Glare Action Network, it has knocked on over 1,000 doors since last month. They want Latinos to know the basics of voting and who they can vote for. They're hoping to encourage voters with these words.
Georgia, sí se puede. Georgia, we could do it.
In Macon, Lisbeth Gutierrez, 41 NBC News.
If you have questions on how to vote and don't speak English, you can call Glare Action Network at 770-457-5232. And if you've been to the Bibb County Animal Shelter lately, you may have noticed the cat meet and greet rooms are getting an upgrade. 41 NBC's Chase Ambrose tells us why.
Cats love to climb, scratch, stretch, and play, and they can do all of that alongside potential new owners in the Bibb Animal Shelter's new and improved kitty cat rooms. The rooms are designed to allow potential adopters to get to know the cats as well as just to give the cats a place to play. There's ladders, a roller wheel, and of course scratching posts. One of the two rooms is essentially complete and the other is getting there, but all of this had to cost something, right? Now this situation might give some people pause, thinking it was a catastrophic use of taxpayer funds, but it wasn't. It's a perfect example of a donation.
Miss Carol Bunn, she gave a very generous donation in honor and remembrance of her son Christopher Cannon. So we wanted to really just go all out with our cat rooms and decorate it and furnish it to where the cats would really just have a good time. He was a big cat lover.
And the cat rooms aren't the only improvement to come from the donation. The locks on the cat pods have been replaced. The old ones were prone to breaking, causing at least one kitty to escape into the shelter during the night. Don't worry, they got him back and he was adopted out. The donation also provided an incubator, which will mainly be used for cats, but this Tuesday morning it was used to save the life of a puppy. A donation in memory of one life, saving and improving others. In Macon, Chase Ambrose, 41 NBC.
Extra money from the donation will be spent on new cat traps for animal enforcement. If you're interested in adopting a cat or dog, there's a special adoption event this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Harley-Davidson of Macon. When Daybreak continues, inflation is a key issue for voters, but not so much for bankers. Find out why after the break. Prices are rising and a recession could be looming. Poll shows that the biggest concern among voters, but that's not the case for many bankers. Amy Kiley has more from both groups. We'll have more news and weather plus the Hollywood Minute. Stay with us. Welcome back. Director James Gunn is in the news for projects from both comic book movie universes. Rick Damagella has the story in today's Hollywood Minute.
Alrighty, Ariel, we're talking Greek mythology here. Who flew too close to the sun? Would that be Apollo, Hermes, Icarus, or Daedalus?
Oh, I have no idea. And this reminds me of an album.
6th grade?
What is it?
I said 6th grade, so that's one we
No,
studied.
not 6th grade. It reminds me of some album title, I think, or song title. But none of the answers remind me of anything. So I'm just going to go with C, just like our production assistant,
That's
Ty.
a good guess. The production assistant said A. He said Apollo, and Apollo is the god of the sun. C is Icarus, and that is indeed the correct answer. Yeah, there is an Iron Maiden song called Fight of Icarus, but really what it was is he and his father Daedalus, they were escaping from prison, and they built wings of wax, and Daedalus warned his son Icarus not to fly too close to the sun. But he did, and the wings melted, and then he fell into the sea where he drowned.
Good
Unfortunately,
to know.
Greek mythology is full of tragedies like that.
The city of Perry officials say the state of Perry and Houston County is growing. 41 NBC's Brick Nelson has more on the developing community that continues to advance forward. Panelists also discussed upcoming plans for the Georgia National Fair. Well, it's time now for a look at the Bottoms Food Service inspection scores from the past week. Here's this week's restaurant report card. You can head to 41NBC.com/RRC to see all the scores every week. They're posted there each Tuesday, as well as a link to the state site where you can search and read entire inspection reports. Now here's a look at what's coming up this morning on Today. Well, it's 13 days until the midterm elections. With control of Congress up for grabs, Republicans and Democrats are fighting for key wins in battleground states. One of those is Pennsylvania, where the two Senate candidates faced off last night in what's likely their only debate. NBC's Bree Jackson is in Washington, where we saw fireworks and something new at this Pennsylvania debate. Now here's Aaron with another look at today's weather. Aaron, how is it looking outside?
It's really cloudy for us right now, Ariel. Got a couple of those showers still in the area, but they shouldn't hang around much longer. So when you look at this out the door checklist and see sunglasses and sunblock, yeah, it's because it's going to be a sunny day today. You shouldn't need the rain gear. That rain quickly tapering off for us as we go throughout the early parts of this morning, and it will give way to sunny skies.
We've got more news and weather coming up in the second hour of 41 NBC News at Daybreak. Stay with us.
Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Alrighty, Ariel, who wrote the Monkey song I'm a Believer? Not to be confused with Daydream Believer, another great song by the Monkees. Will that be Davy Jones, Mickey Dolenz, Michael Nesmith, or Neil Diamond?
So we were talking off air, and I'm like, I think this is a trick question. Because the only person that's not a monkey is Neil Diamond. And
That's correct.
I don't know. I feel like Neil Diamond could have written I'm a Believer.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Good guess. It is indeed
yes,
Neil Diamond.
Right.
He wrote it in 1966. He never performed it, though, at least not initially. The Monkees were the ones he wrote it for. And then, of course, it was covered by Smash Mouth for the movie Shrek.
I'm two for two this morning. I'm really excited.
You are 2 for 2 today. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with the Shrek version, the younger population.
Yeah.
But give the Monkees credit, all right? They did a very good job with
For
that
sure.
song.
For
All
sure.
right.
And just a reminder, early voting is going on now till November 4th. Aaron, how is it looking outside for people who want to go early vote?
It's not looking great right now, but it will look fantastic if you just wait a few more hours. All these clouds are going to clear for us as we head into the afternoon. But for your bus stop forecast, it's a mild start for us, cloudy start, and we'll be seeing plenty of sun later this afternoon.
Thank you for watching Daybreak this morning. Your local news continues at 11 a.m. with 41 Today and at 5 tonight here on 41 NBC.